Hello everybody, this is Waldorf.
And Stetler.
And now we have Battle Report 186.
186.
Orcs and Goblins versus the Vermin Swarm.
At Huzzah Hobbies.
Yep.
We got the dancing rats back.
You know, they still only have produced two of these color things. The color graphics for the army.
Yeah, that's
still just
true.
The Undying Dynasties and the Wood Elves. Sylvan Elves.
Sylvan Elves. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering because they've got the new Warriors book when the color version of that's going to come out.
Looking forward to those.
Yeah.
These little things amuse me.
There you go. And we don't know how much longer we're going to be around, so, you know.
All right. So, Vermin Swarm again. Here we go. Here's my list. Feral Orc Warlord, General, he's on a boar, paired weapons, Mithril Mail, Shady Shankin, and the Troll Ale Flask. I like to give him the Potion of Speed as well, but I'm at 1800 even.
Yes.
I don't have the 10 points for it. Feral Orc Chief, he's a BSB, he's also on a boar with the Basalt Infusion, Hero's Heart, and paired weapons. Actually, that guy also has a shield, but doesn't matter in combat because he's got paired weapons. Feral Orc Shaman, Master of Shamanism, on a boar, and he has paired weapons. And a forest...
You sure it's not... It says it's Master Boar. It doesn't say he's on a boar.
Master... Yeah, it is.
It's a Master Boar.
It's a Master Boar. It's a big boar. Forest Goblin King on a Gargantula with a great weapon.
Okay. So we know where the points went.
There's it's like 550 points right there, 560. But those 4 strength 6 attacks and the +2 leadership on your stubborn check cost you only 50 points.
For the Forest Goblin.
Yep. On the Gargantula.
Yep.
It's a really good deal.
Yes, you shouldn't look at this as a cost for your goblin. You should look at it as an upgrade to your Gargantula.
Correct. The downside, of course, is it can be challenged.
Yeah.
Challenged out.
So you just need friends.
So that's therefore, if you look down below, the 2 units of 5 common orc boar riders lost their musicians and gained champions.
Okay.
Just so they can get into a combat with it.
Right.
30 feral ed bashers, full command, green tide banner. 2 units of 5 common orc boar riders, I just mentioned, with champions and shields. So they have the 3-up armor. And they only have light lances, so they only hit at strength 5 on the first round of combat. Which, anyway, sounds okay. 2 units of spider riders with shields. They do have throwing weapons. I need to add that. 2 units of 10 Nashers. 8 common Ed Basher Boar Boys. They have full command, lance, and shields.
It says Ed Basher Boar.
Boar?
8 times Ed Basher Boar. Just a boar.
Just a boar.
Yeah.
I don't have riders. A wrecking team. It's not a Nasher wrecking team, I guess, right? And a Gargantula.
There's a big blank spot on the top that could use something. I'm trying to figure what it's missing.
Can't think of what could possibly fit there.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have the big blank spot. Is that
That's
better?
true.
He has a Magister. This is my Vermin Swarm opponent has a Magister. He's a general on a Doom Bell. And he did not send me his list.
Okay.
So I don't have his items. Chief BSB with the stand behind, so he's not in the front rank. Whatever that item is that lets him stand behind somebody. Plague Patriarch on a Plague Furnace. 35 Plague Brotherhood with full command.
Dudes.
30 Ratted Arms with full command. 30 Slaves. 2 units of 10 Foot Pads. 2 Dread Mills. 2 Rat Swarms. 2 Rotary Guns. And 2 Plague Catapults. He likes the 2 thing.
I see that. 2 by 2. He's Moses of rats.
Yeah. He's got the 2 towers, you know.
I'm just looking. That's over 100 guys in core.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of guys.
It's a lot of guys, and he still has all those points for all those war machines.
So, diagonal deployment. That's the way we deployed. My spider with the character on it's off to the far right. The purple one up top. Terrain first, I guess.
The purple one's the character, not the orange. Okay.
Yes. Terrain across the middle. There's the two hills and a water feature.
Mm-hmm.
Ruin back here on the back, and a tower, a building.
Mm-hmm.
Forest up here, and a forest over here. Forest on the right, forest on the left.
Okay.
And again, diagonal deployment. There we go. This is after scouts have deployed. You can see my two spiders deployed as scouts 18 inches away.
Okay.
On his side, he's got footpads in the woods, footpads over here, 2 units of rat swarms, 2 rotary guns, 2. This is not a cannon up here on the top in the middle. That's a plague catapult.
Okay.
Another plague catapult up here on the top left. 2 of the dreadmills over here.
Guess you're happy you didn't show up with your Equitane list.
I am happy I did not show against this with my Equitane list.
Right.
This is ugly. It's bad enough with the list I have. That shooting is just ugly no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
At least most of it needs 5s to wound me on this one. So he had first turn, and he just advances forward a bit. With the Dreadmill, nothing else really moves much. He's going to sit back and shoot, as you can see. And he starts picking off my Nashers. Dropped 7 in that unit, couple of, dropped 7 in that unit, killed a couple of the feral orcs, and that was about it for the first turn, because some of his stuff was not quite in range.
Is it a casualty, or is it just reformed in that formation?
Then back to my turn, I move forward. Yeah, I reformed to this formation to get out of his arc,
Okay.
as you can see. I just didn't want him to be able to charge
Sure.
me. Off on the right, you can see the spider riders have come up on the far right, and the big spider comes up to the hill. The spider's vulnerable to being shot by that thing, by the Dreadmill. Is the danger over there. But there we go. There we have that. The orange spider does have the catapult. Now that I think about it, which
Okay.
managed to miss
All right.
everything. So we're moving on to turn 2, and here he comes again. The Dreadmills, this one on the left comes forward.
To do some zapping.
Not by a whole lot. The one on the top right backed up
Okay.
because it was much further forward. He just backed up with that one. Everything else kind of stays in place and just
He's got the shooting advantage. Why
he's
not use
going
it?
to make me come to him. So that looks like spell casting. He drops a comet into the water.
Okay.
And then starts shooting again. He kills off one of my spiders on the left, spider riders. He kills a bunch of my Ed Basher Biggins in the middle. Sorry. Yeah, Ed Basher Biggins. That's redundant. Ed Basher Boar Boys in the
Yes.
center. I think he killed like 5 of them. That's not good for me. But my both my spiders came through that turn unscathed.
Okay.
And there you go. Oh, and up top, I forgot what he did to the spider riders to send them fleeing up top. But they did not go off the board. I think the footpads shot them because they went straight back instead of heading towards the edge. If that would have shot them, I think he just got unlucky with the Dreadmill shooting at the spider. So we got that. And then it switches over to my turn. Here's the beginning of my turn. It's what I'm looking like from the top. Oh, I guess that was his turn. Okay.
Well, looks like his turn.
It is. Turn 3. Turn 3, the rats came forward to screen my unit, which is taking some more abuse. That's bad. That unit's just getting shot to crap. The other rat swarms comes up and gets in this unit. I was sick of getting shot, so I was trying to keep these 3 guys alive, so I cast the toughness buff on them, which I thought was funny. Anyway, his Dreadmill decided to charge into my Nasher herd
Oh, okay.
up on the top right. What he's doing is he's hoping he'll crush my Nasher herd, run past it, and then be out of everybody's arc and behind my lines.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of far forward for that, but okay.
The plague catapults keep landing and just keep eating this unit alive.
So did he fail his charge?
What's this?
I see the
Who?
against your Nasher herd.
Oh no, that's on the right. That's on the top right.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean?
I thought it was his plague pendulum was charging.
Oh
your
no,
Nasher
no, no,
herds.
no, no. Not the plague pendulum.
Okay.
They're just sitting back in the woods having
Okay.
a good time.
Okay.
So he's killed me down to he's killed my BSB as well now.
Ah.
I'm down to the general and the mage in this unit.
Mm-hmm.
So he's eliminated this unit strictly by shooting and
Right.
put 2 wounds on my general.
Okay.
The Dreadmill does not have a good time fighting the Nashers.
Okay.
He killed 2 Nashers and they ate him,
Okay.
which was very impressive.
So that blur is him removing it,
Is in the process
not
of removing
shaking it violently.
it. Correct.
Okay.
And throwing it at me and trying to scare me. Up here on the top, of course, you can see he's brought the foot pads up to
Chaff your spiders.
chaff the spider, with a problem in that they're 19 away from the general,
Mm-hmm.
which means their leadership 6 for a terror check.
Mm-hmm.
My turn, I need a 15 with my big orange spider to reach that Dreadmill in the top left.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take that charge. And that's the only... Of course, the boar boys in the center should probably charge those. Let's see if I did. I did. Boar boys in the center charge the rat swarm and don't do a lot of damage.
Kill one base.
It killed a base and they stick around. The spider reached... The orange spider off the hill reached the Dreadmill.
Okay.
Killed it and pivoted in towards the center.
Okay.
Up top, the purple spider charged the foot pads. They fled and ran off the table.
They fled from terror.
They terror checked and fled.
Okay.
The big purple spider failed its redirect on
Okay.
its 8 and just kept moving forward.
Okay.
My general BSB unit split up. The general ran and joined the feral orcs.
Mm-hmm.
And the BSB ran and joined this unit. I mean, sorry, the mage ran and joined the unit back here
Okay.
in the back to get some kind of protection from shooting. Moving on to turn 4. That's what you see.
You reckon he moved towards the center?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I don't want to go through the woods with it
Right.
and let it die. So I want to be some kind of inconvenience.
Okay.
But based on where it is, it's going to be a problem because he just steps on it
Yeah.
with the rat swarm
Mm-hmm.
and I think I did 9 wounds to it. It's got 1 left.
Yeah. I was wondering if you take the option to run through it. or not.
Unfortunately, I would have if I could, but
Yeah.
anyway. Foot pads come forward out of the woods, so they get out of the charge arc of the spider, so it can't charge him off. Terror charge him off. And that's what we have. Rotary gun comes forward to shoot up on the top right. The other rotary gun just stays where it is. It's happy just shooting away.
Okay.
And then it's my turn. And the big purple spider is going to charge into that unit of slaves up top.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. It hasn't happened yet because
No,
his
'cause
rotary gun has
He's
not
busy
shot
shooting.
off my...
He's busy shooting off your Nashers.
Yeah, shot off the Nashers and dropping another comet in the center of the board in front of my feral orcs.
Mm-hmm.
So I got both those fun things going for me.
Okay.
And then we will go to my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Top of this. And there's the purple spider going in.
Okay.
On the top left, the orange spider has gone in, Gargantua has gone into the
Plague pet.
plague
catapult.
pack catapult because I got to stop these things from just eating everything I own alive.
And you charge the swarm,
I charge the swarm with the unit of boar boys with the mage in it,
hoping to finish it off. and
looking
pass
to
through
overrun into the foot pads.
Mhm.
The general leaves the feral orcs and splits out here to the far right because if the comet hits, he can direct he can direct a hit on the,
Right,
the
right.
guy because it's non-matching.
Right.
So
Base
he
it,
splits
his
over to
size.
the right to gain protection from that because
Mhm.
he's only got one wound left. So he's not happy.
Yeah.
But that's what that happens there. And of course, the boar boys do sweep through the one wound rat swarm and get where they want.
Did you get some spells off?
Scarification. And what I've been doing is trying to drop this
Play cable?
dangerous terrain spell,
Oh, okay.
which I can never remember the name of when I'm not sitting in front of the game.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, I've been putting the dangerous terrain thing on the catapult to make multiple tests because it's in the woods.
Right.
So it'll take the 1s and 2s from the woods and then 1s and 2s from the open.
Right.
So double checks, making not charge.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. So again, the spider in the back is turned to face into the center of the board. Purple spider is on the slaves. And purple spider eats a whole bunch of slaves. But that's it.
And they cause you 2 wounds?
And they must have caused 2 wounds. I think, is that a 2 wounds? Is that 2 wounds? Not sure that that's a wounds or that's just a random die laying there.
Just laying around. Okay.
Simply because it's one of his, not one of mine.
Right. Okay.
Typically, I'll mark mine with a die
with the
until I
marker.
dig out my wound markers. But anyway, so back to him for turn 5. Yeah, the wounds are gone now. So it was not wounds.
All right.
Back to turn 5. You can see he doesn't do a lot. He just backs up the plague furnace.
You killed the catapult in the back and turned the face.
Yes, correct.
So he just turned the face and backed up with the furnace, it looks like.
He backed the furnace up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. And like I said, adjusted the
looks
bell.
like he got rid of one of the volley gun.
The other volley gun, where did it go? It must have panicked. Was it a panic? I don't know what it would have been from. There it is. It's
Because he shot at you at the one point.
What did he do? Did he just destroy himself? It's been gone for a while, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't there. I just noticed it was there and it shot off your guys.
Yeah, so it was there.
Did you charge it and it fled, or?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
I'm going to say the boar boy. Yes, the boar boys on the right charged it.
Mm-hmm.
It fled and went through the plague catapult behind it and off the board.
Okay.
Now that I'm thinking about it. And then the general went and joined that unit after they failed their charge.
Okay.
Okay, that's making a little bit more sense to me. And then he charged in, like that. All right, there's my spider with the die. We don't know what it's there for. Just one of his random die. His turn, like you said, he just rearranges to face me.
Something's missing.
And the plague catapult, between his shooting and magic, he wipes out the unit around the general, leaving him lonely.
Yeah. And I see the comet still on its way.
Comet's still on its way. The
Did he shoot these guys?
So no, the foot pads. The boar unit goes into the foot pads, does 5 wounds, wins combat. They flee. I pursue. Take 2 wounds from the woods. Fail my panic check and head back this way.
Okay.
So got that going for me.
Yeah.
This guy, the wrecking team over here, got shot off earlier.
Oh, I thought you got stepped on.
Oh, sorry, got stepped on earlier.
Yeah.
And just didn't set it quite far enough aside. That's why it's still there. Yeah, so I crushed him, chased him, and then fled.
Okay.
That's too bad. Didn't even catch him either.
Looks like you finished off the...
The spider finished off the slaves, overruns, and clips into the plague catapult. The one that it's hidden out there behind the tower. I
understand. It was the clipping comment I was...
Well, hit it so it stays on the board, which is almost has to be a clip.
Yeah.
You can see I'm fairly close to the edge of the board up top. The orange spider is waiting. I was hoping earlier to get behind the furnace, the
Right.
plague furnace or whatever the thing's called now.
Right.
And his backing up did that to me where I could not get behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still sitting there. So I'm waiting for the opportunity to get out from behind that whole mess, but there's not a lot I can do because I can't go into this alone. It's stubborn. It's not going to go anywhere, and he's going to turn to face me, and it's going to grind me down.
Right.
So
But,
that.
oh,
So back to my turn. The ferals charge into the front of the Doom Wheel unit with the Rat at Arms.
Doom wheel.
Sorry,
Bell.
Doom Bell
Mm-hmm.
unit with the Rat at Arms. With all his shooting tied up, the general heads over here by himself,
Right.
off to the top right.
Not all is shooting.
Well, there's still a rattling gun out there, so I'm feeling safe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he can't go far enough to shoot through my guys. I guess he could. I'm tall,
You're tall.
but it's a -2 to shoot through me,
Yeah.
and blah 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 blah. So anyway, got that. The these purple spider kills the plague catapult in the back.
Mm-hmm.
If he overruns, hits the back of the Rat at Arms unit. But there's a problem. I hit it, but if I cinch up to face it, I'm off the board.
Right.
So I can't overrun and hit it.
Yeah.
I also can't fit between it and the board edge.
Right.
And I can't even turn to face it and stay on the board edge.
Right. And he can't turn to you because you've got him pinned with your other guys.
No, I'm saying even after beating the catapult where I am,
Right.
I cannot just do a 90-degree turn and face the,
Oh, I understand. I'm
the
saying
bell. I'm just stuck.
you're just stuck there.
So I've wedged it into a corner where it's stuck and can't move.
Yeah.
Or at least not on the overrun.
Well, because if you weren't facing him from the front, you would have clipped him in the flank. He would have,
Correct.
You know,
If I had not sent this
yeah,
unit into
that would
the
have been a
front.
weird adjustment. But yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I sent this unit to the front.
Yep.
I didn't think it through before I made the attack with the ferals. Had I thought of it, I would have held the ferals back a turn, and then let the gargantula hit it, cinch up the unit, and then the ferals go in the following turn.
This is a side effect of the new War Machine cinching up rules.
This would have happened anyway.
You know.
There's nothing I could have done because of the way it was wedged in there.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing I could have done. And the spider does not have to cinch to the War Machine. A single model charging the War Machine still works the old way.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
It's only units that affect the new War Machine rules affected. So anyway, so I'm stuck here. Savages take a beating, a little bit of a beating. I mean, they've been shot to hell getting there. But there you go. The little rotary gun moves forward. And actually, I was lying when I said that my general couldn't be shot because the rotary gun moves forward and shoots off my general.
Okay.
Anyway.
And you killed enough rats so you can get your spider going again?
And I killed a bunch of rats and still cannot get my spider through the gap. Over here, the boar boys do make their rally check.
Okay.
So
you have a mage again?
So I'm back to having a mage. The ferals continue pounding away at the bell unit, but they're losing that grind. And you can see the spider gave up on trying to come around the back and move forward.
Yep.
And there we go. And that's because this was the last turn. I wasn't going to be able to charge anything.
Okay.
I elected not to.
Charge your spider into the...
The orange spider going in by itself was never going to work.
Right.
And the purple spider could never get... I was... If I had another turn, that's what it all comes down to. If only I had another turn. If I only had another turn, the purple spider could have come around behind the bell and hit the plague furnace on one side while the orange one hit it on the other side.
Meanwhile,
and could have sandwiched it.
If it wasn't fighting the rotary gun?
Which still could not have done anything to it. So the only thing I could do was move back and shoot at the rotary gun.
Yeah.
And not kill it. With my 8 mighty bow shots.
There you
But anyway, so that's where that game ended. I took a beating. I've lost most of my characters. I did manage to keep my mage alive and my spider alive. But, yeah.
So
It was a beating. Now
does your opponent have a better appreciation of the firepower of his army?
he does. It's a fantastic shooting army. Now, the scenario was breakthrough. And the ferals were into his deployment zone where he had nothing in mind. So despite taking an 8 to 12 loss, the objective bumped me back up to 11 to 9.
Okay.
So
Sure he wasn't happy about that.
he was not thrilled, but the benefit, of course, is the secondary's fantastic.
Right.
He just shoots the hell. I can't. That's a tough army. That's a second 11 to 9 in a row against Vermin Swarm.
Yeah. Well, better than 9 to 11.
It is. It's a tough army.
Yeah.
But I think this army should do better against it.
Yeah, I mean, you should be able to put enough bodies up that you can overwhelm his
The
firepower.
problem is I have a lot of points in
Big models.
and
And
Cav,
characters.
which he eats alive.
Yeah.
I mean, they're toxic hits, so he's only wounding on 5s.
Right.
But that's still a third.
Yep. No question.
So it's pretty brutal. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. Thanks for listening.
Till next time.